From Westminster City Park in Westminster, Colorado, in the outskirts of Denver, this is the 2017 USAFL Western Regional Tournament. This is the opening round of the Men's Division II, in this game between the San Diego Lions and the Denver Bulldogs Reserves. I'm Brian Barish alongside Sean Chico Chacon. Great to have your company as well here for the opening round of this 6-team tournament, this 6-team division, which is pretty good, and we've got some pretty good sides. We'll be seeing all 6 teams at one time or another. But here we have, Chico, the San Diego Lions, a team that really has come back from the dead. They were, in a sense, the first team other than Denver to win multiple Division I premierships. They faded into obscurity for a little bit, and here they are playing in Division III against the Denver Bulldogs reserves with a lot of names from those 8 national championships that they won. It seemed like a long time ago.
Oh yeah, a lot of old faces on that team from Denver, and might be a little bit older and slower, but they've got some skills, and you'll see some good footy. And same with the San Diego. Like you said, they have come along strong.
Both teams have players, I think, that really have been around for a long time. Especially the Bulldogs. We have Richie Mann, who one time was president of the USAFL, of course, an original member of one of the original teams of the USAFL, the Cincinnati Dockers, played in that very first USAFL national championship in the Queen City of Cincinnati back in 1997. Other names here: Ben Harling, always a good player. Jeff Shakespeare as well, and that's just a good name to begin with. As the Lions, Brendan Blankenship, among other players. We have footy, and we are underway as San Diego controlled it forward for a second, and then going to pick it up there is Denver. Stayed with the footy. The Lions stay with it as well, and then we have a whistle. It's going to be a free kick, and the free kick will go to the Lions, and he is going to play that on. Throw that one onto the right foot. 1-on-1 contest. Up into the air, just off the hands there of David DeBono for the Bulldogs. Picked up and then picked off, and then a little bit of friendly fire. And then they're able to get it out as they handball it around, throw that one onto the right foot. Up on the near side, 1-on-1 contest, but a nice mark, and he's going to play on. As just got away, there's the 55 for San Diego, and Brendan Hustler. Hustler is able to get that one in towards the inside, and it'll bounce away in that forward pocket. Good advantageous situation for the Lions here in the early going. San Diego with the red jumpers with the blue and gold, or the maroon if you listen to the Brisbane Lions song. And of course the Bulldogs in their traditional red, white, and blue jumpers. Those are the old Denver Bulldogs jumpers, those legendary ones, as the ball comes spinning back in the play, and that one is hammered in towards the goals, and it has gone through for a minor score. First score of the game, it goes to the San Diego Lions. 1-0 the score. The Lions here in the early going, Chico, with some pretty good pressure, especially against this seasoned defense for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I agree. Look for the momentum to continue. They're going to push on hard and keep their forward peppers.
After the near side, they call as the ball comes spinning back into play. And then over to the ground, and again, that is Hustler who picks that one up. Long kick. He got undercut there. The ball goes on, and then soccering that one on is the forward in front with the headband. He kicks the goal. There is an injury behind play, but count that one as a major score to the San Diego Lions. That's the team down south, Brian. And on the scoreboard there, it's San Diego 1-1-7. Denver yet to score. As we come back into the middle there, trying to get the identity of the scorekeeper, of the goal kicker rather. But that's a pretty good start for San Diego. And I'll tell you what, we mentioned about their resurgence. They've also played well in the local competition, the Scaffold, where they finished third. Which is really good. And of course, they played in Division III as well at Nationals. And here they come again on a Saturday morning as that one is kicked up in the middle. Just got away there. The halfback able to stay with the football. And then ball comes loose, diving after the footy. I believe that was the number 28, which is Joseph Davenport, who is one of 4 LA Dragons players here to top this team up. Ball goes into the middle, out of the hands of the aforementioned. That was Brent Dowling. And then the ball goes to ground. In there again is 52, who I don't have for San Diego, who's the goal scorer. Denver stays with the footy, and the Bulldogs go woof, 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 and at the end of that, the ball has gone out of bounds. It will be a free kick, as it turns out. It looks like it was a high tackle. Thank you, Chico. That's why you're here, mate, because I can't see everything. Ball in the air, nice mark. Jumping up to get it was, I believe that was Brendan Fademo, who's one of the 228s we have listed, straight down the middle of the park, and catching it is the man with the one glove. He throws that one onto the left. Long kick, one-on-one contest. Oh, just getting by, one-on-one again. Stayed with the footy there was Goodhue for Denver. And then he was taken to ground, just got it free, and now the Lions will be able to kick the extra sketch and drop something new. Into the middle of the ground, nice mark. And again, that was Hustler, and that's going to be 50, as getting a little overzealous there was Tate Carmody, and the 50 was paid, rightfully so.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you got to hold up on that mark. You prevent him from playing on. He needs to let him go.
Hustler has had most of the possessions for the Lions here in the early going.
See, I was going to say that's the hard part about it.
And he's going to set sail from about 50 meters out. It's going to be to the left. It's kept in play. Still in play up on that far side. Digging in after it is Dan Undenstock. I had to take a couple of seconds on that one, but the ball stays in the play. He is tackled. Staying with it again is the number 6 in there, which is Carpenter for San Diego. The ball goes down. The umpire crosses himself like the Monsignor of the First Church of Footy. We will have a ball up in that forward pocket for San Diego again, up 7-0 as the big men rise. Justin Valley, who's been around this game a long time. There's a kick on the way by another veteran of this San Diego team, by Brandon Blankenship. He is a straight shooting son of a gun, and that's a goal to the San Diego Lions, and they draw away. 2 goals, one behind, 13 points. No score yet for Denver. The one thing I'll say about the San Diego Lions team, Chico, is it's very important. You know, we talk about there's a number of Australians that come in, but one thing, especially if you look at a top team like Austin, Golden Gate's another one, is when you have good American veterans, and you're only really as good as your American core.
No, it's true. I mean, the Australians are wonderful. They augment it. They bring skill and a lot of experience. But when you have those veterans Americans that have had the game experience and in the matches and stuff, they're just as valuable.
We say Chico Chacon, who plays for a team that is mostly American, I think all American, the Des Moines Roosters. And it's great to see, as well as we like to see the Australians come over, as the mark is taken off the ground nicely there by Fadema. Out to the near side, one-on-one contest. That one just barely stays in play. Kept in there by, I believe that was McHugh, and then into the center, and he had to go back. And a great job of picking that one off by Connell. And San Diego will send that one forward, a little airmail delivery up on that far side, and then it's soccered onto the ground, David Villa style, and that one goes off of the man. Going in to go after it there is the number 12 in for Denver, who I do not have, and that one will go up onto that far side, drops in front of the defender, stays in play, and then handballed across. Throw that one onto the right again, that was Hustler, and that one will go in short of one, hops in, and then picking it up is Steve McVicker, as we'll talk about McVicker in just a moment, but the ball goes to ground, and he bumped off his own teammate, did McVicker. That was some friendly fires. He bumped off Willie Taylor. Hey, the thought was there, it was the wrong guy, but in the end of that, San Diego gets it and is able to clear. That one will go in long, and it's picked off nicely, going back the other direction by Colin McMurdy. McMurdy up the right side, and the ball stays in play. 2-on-1 situation for the Lions, and that one just stays in play. We're watching, keeping visual over there, is the number 11 for Denver unlisted, and the ball goes out of bounds. Steve McVicker was in Paris. He was just traveling, actually, in France. He was traveling, and while he was over there, he got to play for the Sergi Coyotes, and I believe for the team in Paris, the Cockerels as well. You know, it's great to see clubs going around. That just shows the culture of footy, Chico, that it's really one fraternity. We'll get to that in a second. Long kick on the way by the Lions. That one's going to roll. It's going to roll. Is it there? Yes, it is. That is a 60-meter sausage roll by the San Diego Lions. I didn't see who kicked it.
Jacob Goodrick.
Oh, thank you. That's Jacob Goodrick. Yes, thank you. Good job by Doran James on camera. Jacob Goodrick, number 36. That is the goal of the day so far across the games that we've seen. San Diego extends their lead. That takes them to 3-1-19. And a great job. And you know what? You see that yawning goal square. It's almost like soccer in a sense. You see the opportunity. You're just going to launch it and hope you get the bounce.
Oh yeah, you can get some lucky bounce out of that. The idea is to get it into that third box and create an opportunity for your forward to fight and win that contest and get it in there.
We talk about the tyranny of the oblong ball. Well, in that case, he got a room service bounce. As the Lions controlling play, they'll go out into the middle of the ground. It pops up in the air. Pick that one up, Jackson Kung Fu style, and then he'll throw that one on to the right. That one is high up in the air, bringing rain. Great spoil in there by number 4 for the Bulldogs. And he's able to clear it out onto the near side, right in front of the camera position. It was into the cow pack. Only one person is there by himself, and that is Umdenstock. Umdenstock throws that one onto the left, into the popcorn machine, and a nice mark.
They got some height. They got some height in that back line.
That's very important, as especially if you're at the USAFL. Oh, Umdenstock, he took him down, and that's got to be holding the ball. Or was it? Yes, play on, as being taken down with Brian Steffi, and the ball goes out of bounds on the near side. Steffi, another veteran on this Lions team, as the ball goes out of bounds right in front of the commentary position. Brian Barish along with Sean Chacon, Chico to you and me, as well as Doran James on camera. Ball is about to come spinning back into play in a moment here. As the ball comes back into play, it drops in, and the umpire says, let's do that again, because you can do better than that, son. And here we go. Whoop. Well, let's try again. Well, third time's a charm. There's a great by Brendan Whistler throwing on a nice exhibition. There we go. We'll take that. Knocked down nicely again by number 4 in there. He'll get it away. Now he'll rumble to the inside. He carries the ball like a loaf of bread. Handball's in up over the top, looking for number 11. Couldn't get to it. Stayed with the footy. Ball, said the crowd. Boot, says the umpire. Ball comes to ground again. And he throws that one onto the right. It spins free. Tipped off the top. Chasing after it is Drew McMahon. McMahon couldn't get to it. And here comes the other direction as that one thrown onto the left foot. It carries long and strong. Dropped again. And then Sager with it is the Bono. They're calling for holding the ball. And what are they going to get? A free kick as they're going to be awarded as to San Diego. Here is Blankenship, who skims away, dances free, takes a bounce, just got the handball off, danced in, and then that one is cleared out by the defense. Right back to Blankenship, skips through the defenders, picked up, and then it skirted by, and then over to get it again is either Sean Clark or Brendan Fedema. I'm not sure which one. There are two 28s. And that one goes to ground, picked up again, and just getting it smothered was Dowling as he was smothered and covered like some Waffle House hash browns. And then that one is under the middle now again. Here is Huesler. Huesler throws that one up on the far side, one-on-one contest. Looking for a free kick there was Goodrick who kicked that goal. The ball goes out of bounds. And a little push in the front of RJ Bargy. As Goodrick, I think that may have been a punch thrown.
Free kick! He's punching! That's free kick to us!
Well, the Denver players are going ape droppings here. A little bit of pushing and shoving there against Colin McMurdy by Goodrick. And that is going to be... We're going to do it again. There we go. Free kick. The ball comes back into play. Picked up again and cleared out by McVicker. McVicker went only as far as Carmody. Carmody couldn't get to it, nor could McVicker. Blankenship was in there as well and cleared out by the Bulldogs. Up on the near side, one-on-one contest. He's going to try and dance free. He tries to get away. Got away from one time. Got away from two as he saw Arnold Candy leaving his junior mints in the wake as he throws that one on long and strong. And that one has gone through and it's actually gone out of bounds. But another good job by the Lions of pushing forward. And they're really sitting on the front foot. And I'll tell you what, Chico, Denver has done well to parry, but they're not really getting it. They've gotten a couple of chances forward, but San Diego needs to be a little bit smarter with their possessions, you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's important. It's a good point to San Diego. They have done a really good job of that, but they just haven't had the time.
Looks like a free kick has been awarded, and it has. So free kick to Denver in their back pocket. We are just past the halfway point of this first half here in game one. It's a one-on-one contest just off of the hands, and it's marked by Carpenter for the Lions. He has done very well off the ball, but has taken a couple of nice marks getting away from the contest. So that one onto the right into the popcorn machine. The ball goes pop, 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 and it's marked right in front. And the Lions will have a chance to extend their lead. As going back to kick it there is the number 29, which is Brian Steffi, who is just about money from right in front. Steffi's kick is up on the way. It is off to the side for a behind, so the commentator's jinx stays in effect. That adds another point to San Diego. They have all the cash in the cash register. It's 3 goals, 2 behinds, 20 points. No score for Denver as we march on here. And just a note for those of you watching, if you're interested in what you see, you want to follow all the happenings in the USAFL, almost taking the mark there, and then continued on there, looked like by Willie Taylor. USAFL.com, on Facebook at facebook.com/USAFL, and on Twitter at USAFL 1997. And of course, all the action from Melbourne of the 2017 AFL International Cup, the USA Revolution Men, the USA Freedom Women, and the USA Liberty Women's Development side as well, all heading to Melbourne in about 3 weeks' time. The Crash Boom Opera as Carmody went in after it again. And kicking that one up there is number 12, unlisted. Looks up on that far side. Stayed with the football. And now here comes Denver trying to get something going and trying to get on the board. One-on-one contest. Couldn't hang on to the footy. Just getting away from Goodhue was the Lions player. As going into the middle again, I believe that was Hall number 5. And then throwing his shoulder in there was 14 for Denver. Stayed with the footy. And then here comes San Diego back. Almost picked off by Carmody. And now here comes San Diego the other way, throwing that one onto the right. And it stays through, and it just stays in play. Now coming into the middle of the ground, handballs it in for Steffi. Steffi will go in short up on that far side, up in the pocket. Dropped there by Carpenter, who's now on the other side of the field. Stayed in play, and now Denver will be able to clear that one out the other way, and it's marked by number 11 up on that far wing position, all the way on the other side of the field. Looking at a one-on-one contest. Ball gets spilled. Stays in play. Picked up there by Luke Durkin, number 2. And the ball has gone out of bounds. I believe that will be a boundary throw, and it will be. So Denver's starting to get a little bit forward. And what's interesting about this team, we talked about all the veterans, Chico, that Denver has. But there's a lot of players that are really, in true fact, reserves. We mentioned, you see Durkin, we mentioned McVicker. And I think that actually kind of helps because it's a good mix of young blood as well as old veteran experience.
Yeah, it's an excellent way to develop a club when you have a reserve side so the new youngsters coming in, the junior players new to the game, get a tremendous amount of knowledge off of these guys who've been playing for them. So it's great to see.
I apologize for my use of the word old. They're not old. They're older than me, and I'm not that young. Here's a free kick for Denver. That one's going to set sail in. One-handed mark attempt, and that has gone through for a behind. So Denver finally gets on the scoreboard. That's their first point of the game. They trail by 19 points. San Diego 3 goals, 2 behinds, 20 points. We have 4 other teams, and we will see here on USAFL.com the other 4. Of course, we have Minnesota. We've got the Arizona Hawks and their triumphant return. Nice mark right in front of us there by Goodrick, who is putting in a game so far here in this first half. We mentioned Minnesota, we mentioned Arizona. We have the Seattle Grizzlies, and of course the Portland Steelhead combined with the Sacramento Suns. Just keeping that in play was Carpenter up on the far side. Just got away, picking that one up there, and kicking for goal is the 33, which is Doug Day, but it went across the face, stays in play. San Diego will keep the pressure on, shuffled off the football, and that is holding the ball. Didn't look like he had it from here, but that's why I have a pair of binoculars. And here comes the Bulldogs back the other side. And that was a mark, looks like an intercept mark. And Steffi appealing for 50. Steffi's done a good job. He's going to look out into the middle of the ground, and it's just barely a good kick. Marked by Andrew Connell, who had snuck up, and that approves the position. The kick will come from straight out in front, maybe about 45 meters out, 50 at most.
Once you move past that spot, if you run on and then decide.
Connell's left-footed kick. It's a good one off the boot, and it is a goal to Andrew Connell and the San Diego Lions, their fourth of the game. That takes them to 4-2-26. Denver 1 point. And the key is, I think, I played full forward and a little bit of half forward, Chico. And the one big thing that I noticed, and the one thing that was ingrained in me, especially as an American, is that you're always playing defense, even if you're on offense, because those intercept marks in the half forward line, you can really make another team pay if you make them.
Yeah, most definitely, and that is the nature of the game. It's offense, defense. The ball possession switches back and forth, and every player has to push back and do their job, even the forwards in the possession change.
Three-dimensional football, as my old coach John Warren used to say. Another member of the USA Revolution who actually will be heading over as the runner for Tom Ellis's team. He's thrown to the ground. No call. The umpire was perfectly okay with what was transpiring in the middle of the ground. And then here they come in the middle of the center of the field. Something, and great tackle. That's got to be holding the ball, and it is, as Dowling could not get the kick away. San Diego plays on quickly out to the near side, and then playing on quickly there is Hissler. Hissler with a long kick, one-on-one. That was a nice mark in flight, and he kicks a goal. John Carpenter. My goodness gracious me, he must have run about 70 meters, caught the ball in flight, put it to the boot, and San Diego is running away with it. So here, San Diego goes to 5-2-32. And 1 point, only 1 point for Denver. Okay, so apparently that was Jacob Goodrick. Thank you. So it's Jacob Goodrick who's wearing number 55. And this is why you need to have your rosters right. But in any event, so the goal by Goodrick there, and that I believe is he's up to 3. Ball comes back into play. Ball goes to ground. Thanks, Doran. As here we go, as the ball gets tied up in the middle of the ground. And here we go again, up in the air, claimed there by the 26. Played forward. He's a big unit, that number 26, and it's going to be a free kick to San Diego. And here they come. Throws that one on to the right, does Goodrick. Goodrick, that's going to travel. That's going to roll. That's a goal, and that was longer than the last one. My goodness, that must have traveled about 80 meters from the center circle. They're just toying with them. San Diego, 6-2-38. Denver, 1 point. And I believe the goal will stand. Is that what it looks like? Yes, the goal will stand right on the stroke of halftime. So it's been all one-way traffic so far, Chico. It's a 37-point lead.
Yeah, they've certainly dominated. San Diego has. I could say if there's any advantage there, it does tend to kind of slope down on that end of the oval, so they're getting those bounces traveling like that. We'll see if that is a factor here coming up into the second half, and see if that field advantage is going to help out Denver as they come back from this.
We'll see what happens when we come back. Again, the score at halftime, San Diego 38, Denver 1. We'll be back for the second half of this one. You're watching the 2017 USAFL Western Regional Tournament from Westminster, Colorado, here on USAFL.com.